Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of Battlefield 4 Talk. Today's episode isn't going to be that long. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I think of Naval Strike so far, weapon changes, packet loss, and an update to Phantom Program Phase 2. So firstly, if you don't know, Megalodon has been found. Jack Frags has a video of it on his channel if you want to go see it. However, I do believe the parameters to trigger Megalodon was discovered by a few people beforehand. I actually did see a guy post on Reddit his theory a couple of days ago, which actually turned out to be the right one. I couldn't find the original person that first brought it to our attention, so I do apologize for not crediting you. Now onto some more important things. Naval Strike, obviously it's amazing, probably the best DLC we have so far. However, it does have a few design issues. I think one of the main ones is the AC-130 airship just absolutely destroying everyone, especially with its recent buffs and almost instant redeploy. What I like to see is a change to its respawn time. Make it have a cooldown of like 2 or 3 minutes, or just limit how many times the commander can actually spawn it. Example would be 5 respawns with no cooldown, so it makes the commander really think, okay, when and where is the best time to use the AC-130. I just think this is a lot better way of implementing spawns like this. The current system just seems to be a very lazy way of how it's implemented into Battlefield 4. Another solution is possibly make sure every map has a jet on each side or MAA for each team. Some people say it's the AC-130 isn't an issue, and if you're skilled enough you should be able to take it down pretty easily with the S-Raw or the scout helicopter. Well, that is right, you are correct, but the AC-130 respawns so quickly it pretty much renders your efforts pointless. Also, there's another issue on Carrier Assault Large on the Lost Islands map. The US side has an extra attack boat and a little bird. Now, something like this you would think it would been checked before the DLC was released, so I'm kind of surprised this was somehow overseen. Obviously this will be fixed soon, I imagine. Now on the topic of carrier assault, what's with the parachute spawns on the enemy carrier ship once it's reached 50% HP? Now obviously DICE have made it like this to keep the action flowing and whatnot, but I do have to disagree with this a little bit. In my opinion, I think it's meant to be a challenge to make your way to the carrier ship. If you can basically just literally teleport there, what's the point of defending it once it's below 50% HP? If DICE want to keep the action flowing, then I guess they can make the spawn closer to the carrier ship instead of making you land right on top of it. Other than that though, I love carrier assault mode. It really brings back a lot of memories from 2142. So rubber banding, it's always been a bit of an issue with Battlefield 4, and with Naval Strike release, it's recently become a really major issue for a lot of different platforms, and I think a lot more people are experiencing rubber banding. I personally will experience it pretty badly in the 64 player carrier assault maps. It seems like the PlayStation 4 users have had it a lot worse though, and luckily to fix the issue, DICE recently stated, "We're unhappy with our server performance, so we will be upgrading the hardware as soon as possible." I think that's a pretty good effort on DICE's behalf to say that and ensure us that the upgrades will be eventually carried out, and hopefully this alleviates all the rubber banding issues. Now onto a possible update for the Phantom Program Phase 2. A few new images have recently been found under one of the carrier ships. The first one seems to be a ship with wings around it, and the second one seems to be just a whole heap of letters and numbers. Also, in this image, LDH-2 is down the bottom, which is actually a code printed on the US vessel named USSEXXES, which you can see here, and here is the close-up of the code. If you want to join the discussion regarding this, then there is a Reddit post going right now. A link is in the description. Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with Phantom Program Phase 2, but time will tell. Also, I want to thank Norway Spruce for posting these images and bringing this to our attention. Now, for weapon and equipment changes, I won't go into all of them, but I do want to talk a little bit about the G36C and the M16A4. As we know, the G36C side-to-side recoil has been heavily reduced to 0.1 degrees on both left and right sides, and its first shot multiplier has been reduced from 1.8 to 1.6. I've been messing around with the G36C, and yeah, its recoil is amazingly easy to control. I definitely recommend this to new players or people who are just, really struggling to control weapon recoil. Also, this makes me wonder, would you use this now over the AK-5C? The M16A4 vertical recoil has been reduced from 0.34 to 0.28 degrees. I do enjoy using this weapon sometimes. It has a super quick reload, but it still has that really strong pull to the right. I would have liked to have seen that, that left and right recoil just being reduced a little bit as well. Now that's the end of today's episode, and as usual, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for future content, and also, guys, if you want me to talk about any issues in Battlefield 4 that you feel is important, then let me know and I'll make sure to add it in the next episode. So take care, and hopefully I'll see you in the battlefield.